What's up YouTube, Webberz5 here, coming at you today with my deck profile of my recent budget Kashtira, which I took to my locals last Wednesday and went undefeated with it. Now guys, when I say budget in Kashtira, I mean I don't have prosps, I only have one of each of the secrets, and I had literally thrown together my extra deck by random bits of stuff from my binders. I had like none of the good rank 7 stuff that Kashtira uses, so I literally just had to improvise with what I had. But it turned out it worked out very well for me, because as I said, went undefeated and I came first place with it, so pretty pleased. So without further ado guys, let's get into the profile. Okay guys, so starting with the monster lineup in the Kashtira engine, playing 3 fenrir, 2 unicorn, 2 ogre, 3 ariseheart, and 2 scareclaw. So naturally, 3 fenrir, 2 unicorn are standard, along with the 3 ariseheart. Opted on 2 scareclaw and 2 ogre for additional attributes. So scareclaw naturally very useful for negating my opponent's stuff in battle, which was quite useful in one of my matchups. I think it was when I was playing against a Runick variant, which had a monster that was, oh yeah, he was doing like an Orcust Runick variant, so this was very useful for being able to hit over the ding girsu'd without to remove its ability to protect itself. The ogre didn't really do a huge amount, but naturally I needed just additional attributes, and I don't have the Tillaments Kashtira, so yeah. But everything, and then naturally everything else just standard. Then hand traps, so I was only playing 5 hand traps, which were 2 shifter, 3 ash, never actually saw the shifter at all, and then ash, generically very useful. So that's it for the monsters. Going into the spell lineup, starting up with my Kashtira spells. So, like I said guys, my variant's budget, so I was only playing 1 Theosis, 1 Plant, 1 Wraithsoth, 1 Terraforming. I never saw the Wraithsoth at all during the tournament, but turned out just fine without it. Theosis was the main thing I was searching off of my unicorn. Oh, and then the other part of the Kashtira spell lineup, 3 copies of Birth. Yeah, when I was going up against the Runick variant, my opponent was just constantly sniping my Birth. But overall, I found this ratio absolutely fine, even with the 1 Theosis, because frankly, I find I only needed the 1 Theosis for the initial turn 1 setup, and then after that, it doesn't. Then after that, I don't really need it too much. I can just rely on Birth to bring stuff back. So yeah, overall I found it was really useful. And then other spells I was playing. 3 triple tactics, hand traps are huge right now. 3 Book of Moon for the mirror match. And then 2 Pot of Extravagance. I don't have, because like I said guys, I don't have prosperities. And then the 1 Feather Duster, just for specific matchups. So yeah, I found this worked quite well. The Book of Moon didn't really come up a huge amount actually, but I just wanted to have it ready. It did come in use. I did find it useful when I was playing against a Crystal Beast player in my round 2. I just did the Book of Moon against the attacking, what was it? The Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon. Just bugged that so it couldn't smack over any of my monsters. And then from there, they were just a bit stuck. That being said, in that same match also, I extraved and took out every one of the Kashtiras in my extra deck, which was rather upsetting, but apparently I didn't need them to clutch that game. And then traps, had a little bit extra of a trap lineup in this. So Kashtira traps, I was playing the 1 Big Bang, naturally to be banished off the ariseheart. 1 Preparations, this was for the primary reason to be able to bring back ariseheart, since naturally it's at 1. 3 imperm, just pretty standard at the moment. And last card in my deck I threw in just at the last moment because I needed some extra cards, and I figured why not, because it's been huge this format. I threw in the three Eradicators, and this came in absolutely clutch in my round 1 Kashtira mirror match. Opened this game 3 on my standard board, basically. So I decided to just go shang. So I went shang, unicorn. I had shang, unicorn that I summoned off the Theo, that I summoned back from the Big Bang. Then I went into ariseheart. Standby phase, I just went Eradicator, tribute the ariseheart, wiped out 5 cards from his, wiped out 4 from his hand, which didn't have any Kashtira cards in it. Left him with a fenrir in hand and a Skeckle. And then from there it was just a bit stuck because of something else I did to him in my side deck, which I will get to in a moment. So that's it for the main guys. Going into the extra deck, pretty smooth. Just playing 3 Shangri-La and the 1 ariseheart. Again, pretty much standard. I know a lot of people play this at 2, but naturally, guys, like as I said, mine's a budget variant, and I just needed some extra stuff in there. And I'm currently playing extravagance as opposed to prosperity, so just wanted to keep the chance of keeping. Then 1 Zeus. Never actually had to use this. Actually, frankly, I didn't really have to use anything outside of these, but yeah, I'll still just go over it. Played 1 Usurpic Future and the 1 Draco Future. 1 Gaia Dragon, the Thunder Charger. It was just one of the only rank 7s I could find available to use. 1 Flare Metal. I actually regretted not using this in a game against I had in my round 3, my final round against Runick, because if I had done this, I probably would have been able to clutch the game. But that being said, based on how the game went, he had the imperm, so he probably would have just impermed this as opposed to the ariseheart, so he didn't burn. But it probably could have put him under a bit more pressure. And then last is a small link package, which none of which I used, which was 1 BLS, 1 Phoenix, 1 Unicorn, 1 Zerberus, and 2 Lingaribo. But as I said, most of these didn't come up because they just got banished off the extrav. Then for my side deck, 3 droll'd Lockbird. This was the thing that basically clutched my game 3 against Kashtira in the mirror match. Because after I did the Eradicator, he went fenrir to search on resolution. I'm like, cool, droll, and then he was just stuck. With minimal to no follow up. 3 Cyclone. Just useful for back row sniping. Also came in useful against the Runick matchup just to take out the fountain. 3 Econ, that was for the mirror match, but I never actually saw it. 3 D barrier, wasn't sure what I'd be facing, but I know there's a few synchro variants going around at my local, so thought it would help with that, but never actually needed it. And then 3 evenly matched, decided this, which would have been very useful in my Runick Orcust matchup if my opponent didn't have a double crescendo. Set, which wasn't great. And in case anyone's wondering, what I've been using as zone blockers is just some custom zone blockers that I did myself. These, and I've got enough of them to cover most of the zones. Yeah. Okay guys, so that was the profile. Hope you all enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below of what you guys thought about it. Thoughts are always nice to see. And, well, yeah, it turned out really well for me despite the fact I didn't have any of the major stuff. So, really pleased. Thank you so much for watching guys, and I will see you next time.